So, Space Jam 2 has officially been beaten as the worst film of the year in 2021, all thanks to The Matrix Resurrections. Now, the reason I want to talk about this movie is because I come from the perspective of being someone who is a lifelong fan of the Matrix series. I've been a fan of the series since I was a young kid. I saw The Matrix Reloaded and Matrix Revolutions in theater. I was kind of young when the first Matrix film came out. I was 9 years old when that first movie came out. And so I didn't watch it until I was maybe 12 or so. So I come at it from the perspective of somebody who really and truly does love all three Matrix films. Like, I am one of those defenders of the sequels, of the second and third film. I honestly feel like they're great films. And man, I had really high hopes for the Matrix Resurrections. I really hoped that this was going to end up being a fantastic film that I was going to feel excited about seeing. That you know I was going to feel added to the legacy of the Matrix films. And the honest to God truth is, I would be full of shit if I said this was a great movie by any means. I don't know. I could talk about so many things that have just gone completely wrong with this fourth Matrix film. It almost feels like it was created by a different person. Like, it doesn't even feel like the same creator of those first three Matrix films in a lot of ways. It feels so disconnected from them. And, I was excited for this film because you get to see Neo and Trinity finally come back. And, as a longtime fan of those first three films, they got kind of a raw deal by the end of the third movie. Neo's dead, getting carried away by the machines, and Trinity is impaled with rebar. So, them as the two main heroes of the series, we might have hoped that they got a bit of a happier ending, which is like the only good thing I can really say about this film. Otherwise, I can't really say much good about it. Like, where do I even start? So the first thing is that, okay, the new actors, like the new Morpheus. The new Morpheus played by Yahya Abdul-Mateen, I honestly think he's alright. But the problem is he's given such crappy material to work with. Lawrence Fishburne at least was given a good script to work with, or good material in general to work with these movies. And I just don't feel like the same is true with this new movie. This new movie, it, a lot of the scenes, the tone is a lot cornier. There's one scene with Keanu in the bathroom, which might be the worst acting of Keanu Reeves' career, man. And I've played all of Cyberpunk 2077. People have criticized his acting in Cyberpunk 2077. I think he was pretty dope in Cyberpunk 2077. I think he had a lot of great moments in Cyberpunk 2077 as this camera will come into focus here as Johnny Silverhand. And I don't know, man. Like, in this new Matrix film, man, like he's given some scenes that are so stupid. It's like, I don't know what to say, man. Like, he just doesn't have good material to work with, and he makes the best of it. But it's just not good, man. The action sequences in general, Matrix as a series was always known for some of like the best, most memorable action scenes in all of movies. And now with this new film, it's like the action has gotten so much fucking worse. Like, it's gotten so much dramatically worse. It's it's just so honestly disappointing to me, man. Like, the most important reason I would say this film has problems is because of the fact that it's just way too meta. It's way too fucking meta at times. It gets way too meta. It gets way into this self-referential thing. They're literally calling out the parent company. Okay, so the basic premise is Thomas Anderson is a game designer, the greatest game designer on Earth, known for his game trilogy, The Matrix. So these Matrix movies are like Pretty much like like exactly like the movies we watched, right? So yeah, like this is not working out well. I was trying to stop the camera going out of focus, but yeah, like these Matrix movies, man, they it really feels like they shouldn't have even had a sequel to the Matrix if this is what they were gonna make. Like overall, just just poor concept in general. Just like the whole idea of them coming back. The only good thing I can say about this movie is that Neil Patrick Harris's character was actually pretty funny. Neil Patrick Harris's character was actually pretty hilarious. Um, he in this movie is like a character who is evil just for the sake of being evil to such an extent that like it's just fun to watch him. It's just fun to watch him torture Neo and Trinity. This film leans into a lot of like the hardcore feminist shit where it's like Trinity just becomes Superwoman because she is. It kind of feels like they tried to remake the first movie, but in a lot of ways, like Trinity is the one instead of Neo being the one, but or like they're both the one or something like this. I will say that it kind of gives a happier ending for Neo and Trinity, but overall, like just a mediocre film, man, and just I don't know. I really don't even feel like I want to see another Matrix film after this. If this is the quality we're going with, like I don't know. Like I feel like if there's another Matrix film, it'll somehow be worse than this. It just feels like it can only go down from here. I don't know, man. Like just one of the biggest fucking letdowns of the year, and I don't know, man. I really truly wish that this was a good movie. I wish, as a fan of those first three movies, I almost feel like this movie ruins those first three movies because now I know that those first three movies lead into this now. It's just disappointing, man. And I don't know. I'm gonna rate that. I would say like only the fact that I care about these characters was able to get me through this film. If I didn't care about these characters, it would just be so hard for me to get through this because just the fact that I want good things to happen to Neo and Trinity is why I could keep watching. The new Agent Smith sucks, man. He doesn't feel like Agent Smith at all. He's not like Hugo Weaving. He does not have the charisma of Hugo Weaving. It's just, oh man. I just wish so badly I could say this was a good film. And I'm sorry that I can't. Anyways, I'm Mike Muhammad. This is my review of Matrix Resurrections. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be talking about this film. I'm sure they're saying it's mixed right now, bro. Give it some time. Let people actually watch the film when it comes out, and yeah, I think that mixed is going to go to like mostly negative reception from the audiences. The critics like to give this super feminist stuff like a few more points, but it's just like it would be great if Trinity had like a reason to be so much stronger all of a sudden. Like I don't know, it just feels like out of nowhere Trinity becomes Superwoman and Neo is like this beaten, battered, like fucked up version of himself. He's like the Luke Skywalker and Last Jedi version of himself in this film. It's just it is so I don't know, man. It could have just been so much friggin' better. And I'm just so there's times watching this movie where it just honestly fucking feels like fan fiction or some shit. Like it just feels so fucking. It just feels so trash. Anyways, I'm Mike Muhammad. Thanks for watching my review, and like and subscribe for more videos like this.